Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sognsdal Saga series here on the Lord Master channel. And I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words here. It's not because I not know what I was supposed to say at the beginning of this video. It's just more of, for those of you who watched the previous episode, which was nothing but warfare and battles, and so many good men died. When we say good men, we mean like all the great fighters that we all used to work together. Now, most of them have passed, or those that survived are left with a bitter memory. Even perhaps rivalries were made, one of which did. But as you could see, Drottning Þórunn, she's 30 years old, she's doing fine, but she was left severely injured during the final moments of the war. So she's severely injured, and the road to recovery could be a long one, unless she is treated well by the court physician. But obviously this affects little of her prowess skill, as she is still the strongest woman in the world. But even she was on the verge of death at one point in one of the battle events. But of course, shall say, not today. I will not fall. Oh man, but still, it was a devastating conflict. And she only made one new rivalry during the war, and that was though it was a two-front war where Þórunn commanded one army, and only the Fearless commanded the other. And these two became rivals because it bested you in the duel, because she had to release her anger out on somebody. So yes, there was even infighting, even though it was kind of on purpose, but still, it just pretty much tells you how chaotic the war was. And I get the impression that Þórunn is getting into more duels than her mother Astrid ever would. And as she has no children yet, and I feel it's about time that she would get married, and soon. Yeah, this man from Smallholm. Love to have him in the court. Valued warlike courtier because he was a Varangian veteran. He's feeling fine. I'd like to send him a little gift, just to get a higher opinion. And then we'll have him swayed and he'll like me even more. And then perhaps I will seduce him. And then after I seduce him, then I will see to I can elope with him. And then I'll take him in. Of course, some would say, hey, if you like him so much, why don't you just marry him? Oh, that's not easy. Because they say, once the distance, that man doesn't like me, so that's the reason why I gotta seduce him. And then I am going to elope. It's more fun that way, honestly. Just following my mother's footsteps. And plus, those who rebelled against me are to be punished, and soon. So we're going to revoke some titles as we pass high tribal authority, because I say so. And we can pass absolute tribal authority law, not popular to the vassals directly, but independent tribal rulers may settle becoming feudal or clan if you happen to live in a feudal or clan area. I mean, I got all that prestige to spare since we had a devastating war. So there you go. That's what we're doing, making some law changes here. Oh, and before we continue this episode a little further, I would also like to say that, I mean, not me personally, but something that's upcoming for Crusader Kings 3 in the Rice mod, the Regional Immersion and Cultural Enrichment mod. There's going to be 2 flavor packs coming this winter, both small size. not big like this whole North Atlantic, flavor pack that features the colonization of Greenland. No. There's going to be a little more. Well, what do you mean little? I mean, it is little. I said small flavor pack. One is going to be in Eastern Europe and the other in Central Asia. The Eastern European portion of flavor pack, like I thought it would be in Poland, or Bohemia, or Khazaria, also known as Kazakhstan in their native language. But no, it's going to be in Mordvinia. These two cultures, the Mordva. I mean, they're actually, it's part of Volga Finnic. Yes, around that area. Even though they're all mainly Khazarites, because of the Khazars converted them. It's probably the reason why Judaism is over there. So, that's one of them. Let me explain in just a moment that this upcoming flavor pack for, I'm trying to bring it up, here it is, that it'll be around mid-December is when this flavor pack is released. Again, I won't do a series on that because obviously by that time I'm still doing this series. It'll still be ongoing. It's going to be the Mordvin flavor pack along the Volga, in which is described it as a small but fun flavor pack, which will hopefully be out in mid-December. It explores the two Mordvin peoples, the Erzjas and the Mokshas. The features include cultural flavor like beekeeping and partial adaptation of some of Naturi's Ukonosko overhaul, with their permission, such as a few new pagan faiths, so probably it'll just expand a little more than just a generic Okonosko. Like I hope we'll see this foreign paganism over there, another one there, obviously keep the Finnic one, and maybe perhaps the Sami faith. I mean, I know another mod that does that. Heck, even more bookmarks, plus that I did for those aforementioned faiths. So for now, the generic Mordva culture has musical theorists, frequent festivities, which makes me a little jealous since I like to hold feasts in order to gain more prestige, and of course religion blending. That makes it one of the fewest cultures of the world that has that, along with the Sogdians and the Gujarati. So he will split, as I brought up the image here. I mean, not here on this screen, obviously, but in my other computer next to it for that culture, as a reminder here of where they are. It's going to split into two, the Erzja and Moksha. The only example it gives out is the Moksha culture, which is said to have isolationist, stalwart defenders, expert artisans, and Volga beekeepers. It's just a little flavor pack for that. Again, it may come out in mid-December. And on late December, early January, his second flavor pack that'll be upcoming is actually going to be in Khwarezmia, which is right next door to the Sogdian culture we just mentioned before. What we know about them is they have these cultural traditions of Fatua, Caravaneers, which are, again, similar to the Sogdians, but the difference is they're dryland dwellers and also isolationalist. And they're stoic, not like those people who are more cosmopolitan, and more importantly, they're people of the Silk Road. The Khwarezmians are not people of the Silk Road. And so, the flavor pack for them is going to be called the Khwarezm Flavor Pack, the Oxus Borderlands, which is going to be a joint promotion with the Fallen Eagle, which is an entirely overhaul mod that is set in the late antiquity, like around the decline of the Western Roman Empire around that time period, which they'll focus on its upcoming update called the House of Sassan, which focuses on the Iranian world of late antiquity. But now there, for the Khwarezmians there, it's another small flavor pack that he plans on it, which he plans on adding more flavor for the Kurmazda and the Garamatian faiths, such as the worship of the Oxus itself. Now the Oxus is referring to this river here, even though it goes by its modern native name, the Armudaya. The Oxus is a Greco-Latin name for it. You could say Westerners called this the Oxus. It's Armudaya. It flows to this lake and the Aral Sea over there. It starts from there. So that's what makes it a natural border between those two cultures of the Khorasani and the Sogdians. And we mentioned the Kurmazda faith. I mean, that's the Garamatian faith, the Zoroastrian one. And the other one, the Kurmazdism with some difference. So, as it says, plans on adding some more flavor for those two faiths, both of which are in Sogdian and Khwarezmian lands, as well as decisions, events, and more about the oases, forts, and dams along the Oxus River. So I don't know if it'll apply to all of this, but keep in mind, that appearance of the Armudaya River along with the Sirda is due to the mod that I'm using, more navigatable rivers. Because of the whole, Norse going up to major rivers to go raid someplace and all that. I mean, it is possible to sail my ships all the way to there and raid there for some reason. Even though we're too far away for contact, but you never know. I have some skills that could benefit. So that flavor pack for the Khwarezmians will go out in late December and early January. And which again, I will not do a series on those people because I believe by January I'm still doing this series. So now let's get back to our regularly scheduled playthrough here in this post-Civil War Norway, as well as all the activities that relates to Greenland and beyond. Now, a couple of things. My brothers, they'll be punished for this. Revoking your titles because you rebelled against me. So I'd like to have our ancestral home back. May cause tyranny. I don't give a care. You rebelled against me, so therefore I must get rid of you. And Order Canuta, the heir, also my brother. It's tyranny. Do I wish to alienate my vassals even more? I mean, you don't have much in the way of vassals, so I think you'll manage. Not to mention the absolute trouble authority, they may have a problem with that. But I am dreaded, so don't you dare cross me. And once I get better from me being severely injured, I will harm all of you. Don't make me take my anger out on you. Don't incur my wrath. Go for it. get rid of everybody. I could banish him as well. Imprisoned, and then he'll renounce all his claims, so just to ensure that he will never return. Sounds like a good idea. That's your punishment. You'll soon wander, and no one will care for you. Although he's not a Nithing. That one stays in prison because not a member of the family, so your punishment will be just to remain and be haunted by ghosts. Cannot revoke because it would make him hold any titles of no land. Okay, I'm willing to alienate them. If they want to get rid of me, I like to see them try. And you too will also be expelled by renouncing the claims, just to ensure that they'll never return to here. And I'll be willing to employ a few new loyalists. You have to be the noble of my culture. Our culture. Oh, they know that I'm a tyrant, but keep in mind, you're all intimidated, and some would be feared, and rightfully so. So we got all the lands back. At least for now. And if you got a problem, come and get it. I ain't afraid of death. I'll soon make it up to all of you. Maybe perhaps I'll be more virtuous. Hang on here. Check the rules of election. Extended family and claimants. So even if you do tell them to renounce their claims and then later be expelled, they could still be voted. Because dynasty. Be a legitimate member of the extended family who is not in line for the Theocracy Republic. Children of a candidate cannot be nominated, and be a claimant to the title who is not in line to inherit the Theocracy Republic. Okay. So that's why we're telling them to get out. You're expelled. And maybe perhaps they'll go conquer somewhere else as they'll become Viking adventurers. At least spread our dynasty somewhere else. Let that be of help. You will remain imprisoned. And if I want to win back the faithful here, I mean that's just a clergy opinion, but secular opinion has to go up as well. There shall be no more tyranny on my watch unless I get really, pissy, if there's a lack of a better term. And if they want to try to murder me, they're more than welcome to try. Now I must go on a pilgrimage, and when I return from that said pilgrimage... Actually, let's just go to... Uppsala. Because, you know, I'm severely injured. You ought to be careful. So let's finally get on this episode after 20 minutes. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I'll travel safely under the protection of the gods. While I go with my realm must wait, however long I may be gone. It's time to depart. And don't do anyone, you're too injured. He's unlanded. He'll be wandering soon. You can go over there if you like. And he's unlanded too, so he'll be wandering soon with his wife and kids. That's your punishment. You are to wander the countryside. And perhaps someone will take you in and care for you. For every week that passes, my fellowship grows ever smaller. Some have gone as far as that they could before they need to return to home overtakes them. Others have met with less fortunate ends. Most worrying is the fact that my group of personal guards is thinning at an alarming rate. That fact alone shows what a treacherous journey can be. The locals say they would make fierce guards. Willing to hire. Alright, stop the scheme. Like to seduce you. If I would need a loyalist through a lover. Perhaps out of goodwill. It is not your fault. You may have rebelled against me, but again, the rest who did rebel will be imprisoned. Don't care. You're going to the dungeon again. You rebelled. Therefore, punished. I'm finally here, body and soul, at the great temple of today. As I've got out from this blessing, I reflect on everything that had happened for the gods to bring me here, this moment in time. I have walked the holy path. I'm a pilgrim. Same faith opinion up a little. It's just a way to try to win them over slowly. Now, once I return, we shall hold a grand sacrifice. So, this is your wife. Your English wife. From East Anglia. Okay. I don't know what you see in her, but I'll let her go. My journey's been a long one, but I've finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the health and going to treat me. I've undergone a journey of a holy woman. They insisted as something changed about me, whether I could see myself or not. It's good to be home. We'll make preparations for the boat. You know, seeing you there makes me curious. But you say you are terrified of me and would never oppose me directly. That means highly unlikely to join any possible murder plot. shall see. I wonder. Send out the invitations of any debutants. Sure, they'll all view me as a tyrant, but still, rather have somebody that may potentially be loyal. Many down the ones have gathered from across the realm and presented before me. Out of all of them, Bergthora, Asta, and Rogenfeder stands out the most. We choose to join the court. Not to be confused with mine, even though it says noteworthy. None of you are any good, but if I was to have somebody, probably her. She's the best candidate. Of course you're all terrified of me. So I'll just hold off on the tyranny stuff. Actually, hang on. I remember something. No, I could have sworn I thought I had something that reduces tyranny. Reduces stress because I'm sadistic because we're about to sacrifice somebody and I think I know who. Why am I thinking about it? No Christian prisoners? No. What I was thinking in my mind is like, hey, why don't you do that to somebody of your dynasty, even though you've just released them? Well, if they were here, and you would think I'm that sadistic enough to make a sacrifice to the gods and using my sons, daughters, or any close family members, if that day were to come where we would sacrifice, I mean, that would be kinslaying. Good God, are you really gonna pull that off? Thomas Fox. I'm gonna do it. Oh my... This is pretty screwed up. Chaldo will soon be performant for the court of exile. It would be a simple request to have a change of performance dedicated to Jacobus, the target of my affection. I don't want to give up bad impression, so I should not dabble in things like this. As I walk the corridors of my palace, frustrated, many of my courtiers seem to be droning on and on about some problem they're having in the dark. I just don't have the energy to care. And I want to desperately go back to bed. Something about the discussion sounds familiar, though. Was that law not my idea? Is this my fault? Maybe Elena will support me. So a confider is good. It's a good thing to have. It's easy to lose stress these days. Oh, and since you're doing that, well, since you plan on, getting this one guy over here, you should go for courtship. And when you finally elope the man that you want, reset the perks. You got it. No. Your punishment is to be imprisoned and you'll be dead and you'll be starved. You'll be died in captivity. That's your punishment. That's your sentence. And if anybody, and nobody's got any problem with me as far as factionalism is concerned. This is so screwed up. The guests at the blood are so numerous that they blanket around the area of the temple. Setting up a cacophonous roar as Melkoka is hauled up to the altar, the very first of a long line of men and beasts stretching far out the doors. She thrashes ferociously as Love can throttle her life away, the light in her eyes, lasting until the first animal is slaughtered, human corpse to the hanging tree, animals to the cooking fires. All gore is collected in a bowl, and Ulfgar uses it to paint the walls of the temple. Set it out. They're still all gonna hate me regardless. Þórunn to friend. Actually, it seems excellent to impress nobility, so at least try to improve relations with some a little bit. Try to win back some of the vassals. As everybody is pleased. Jonah can't do assassination plots, but every little bit helps. This is my way of giving back to all of you. And if you still resent me, well then, there'll be some way I'll make it up to all of you. You're the nuke. Unlawfully executed. What is considered unlawful is the sacrifice of the gods. Why do you consider that unlawful since you're zealous? You'll come to understand one day. Okay, give it time. Just wait till spring. Now I'm a devoted servant. Baklava, so much baklava. My chefs prepared an ornate amount of baklava for a small banquet I was hosting, and I ended up eating most baklava. Few could blame me, though. It was very good baklava. I'm sorry about that. I'm also not sorry. Just ate some good food. April, remember. April, all the hunt and all that. The enemy of Rome. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was all to learn about the exploits of Hannibal Barca during the Second Punic War. Known as the enemy of Rome, Hannibal's crowning achievement was at the Battle of Cannae, where his army, roughly 50,000 outnumbered, encircled a larger 86,000 strong Roman army. Surrounded and unable to retreat, only 3,000 Romans survived the massacre. And it appears that I am recovered from my injury. Like Hannibal, I will annihilate my enemies. I mean, clearly, lazy, impatient and lazy, impatient. So knowing that she's a very aggressive person, she would take aggressive attacker. Nothing will save Þórunn with the blood of her enemies, so this will cause more enemy fatal casualties, which is appropriate, giving the Civil War experience. Breaking fast with a friend. I'm on my way to the temple one morning when I run into Aslog, who is carrying a small bag. Glancing around, she gets fairly opens and revealing all sorts of food to drink. It's such a beautiful day. Come join me outside with the money picnic, she says. As I start to protest on my way to the temple, she interrupts me. Odin will still be there later, but these pomegranate cakes won't. I know. You'll never get over what I did to the brothers, but justice had to be done. A true sin would be letting this opportunity pass, so we'll go on a lovely picnic. I mean, after all, we're sisters. Half-sisters, anyway. Chose to spend some time with her over my religious duties. An order member. Well, that would be in case if you were to choose to get rid of her, but she's my friend now, so instead just pay her a little gold for your troubles. Just remembered. Just remembered. The hunts. Organize a whale hunt. 64% chance of success. We'll increase that a little further. They will depart in June. And we'll support Greenland. Go for something with more prestige. Obviously construct more hunting stations over there. Help them out. Nearly spent my money, all of it, so let's just hope for some of that to return back, and then I will hold court to see if I can please their troubles. Save their troubles, whatever. Alright. The Norse raiders I recently sent to hunt for whales in return. Thankfully, these whalers successfully hunted down some whales. Once we contact the nearby merchants, we could sell the meat as well as the blubber for oil and ship them to the ports elsewhere. Anyways, I congratulate them, the whalers, on a job well done. I assess how much profit we'll make from their kills. The whalers managed to kill a decent number of whales. Not always enough to pay back their costs, but we made quite a decent profit. I can't complain how much salt and glad found a team of competent whalers. 163. Excellent. We could send it. We have enough money to send the expedition to the west. Maybe there's a chance to send some courtier to get out of there and don't come back until a later time. We did not increase his viability. So how about Tehilliland? This is the higher chances of episodes that increase or decrease Greenland's networks. Higher chances of episodes of involving encounters with the native locals than the other options. There are lands that lie beyond Greenland, like Tehilliland. By sponsored expedition there, we could locate useful resources, locals to trade with, and more, if we succeed. As I begin to organize this expedition, I carefully consider the question of who will lead it. This person needs to be courageous, intelligent, and able. The leadership could make the difference between the expedition's success or failure. Some people in my court have expressed interest in becoming the expedition's leader. Should I get into his honor? Or should I give it some more thought? I need to think this over before I decide. Well, is there anyone in the court? That is an all-rounder. That's long, my friend. You get to be the expedition leader. I'll pay you extra. What do you say? I'll gladly accept your offer to appoint me as leader of an expedition to the Western Seas. The thought of going on an adventure like this excites me, and I'm grateful for your trust in my abilities. I promise I will not let you down. Wonderful. Now let's hold the court. A shadow in the night. A woman who approaches my throne is clearly a commoner. My lady, begins the speech, I represent the local community of Nidals. In the last few months, our cemeteries have been plagued with the disappearance of bodies. All had been dug up and left no choice. At first we feared wild animals, or some obscure powers at work. And then your own court physician Asa was caught red-handed hauling the dead away for her experience. Please put a stop to this blasphemy. Yeep. The higher the popular opinion, your voting strength increases. So says the rules of Scandinavian elective. But I'll just say, Asa, just cut it off. Public accusation. From a downer and her husband thought she cautiously. Wait a minute, who let him in? He's a prisoner. My lady, I'm sure that's someone in the wreck. He's trying to harm my husband. I have no evidence, but suspect your Sven, given his reputation for villainy, comes for his throat. I beg you, imprison Sven and put a stop to this madness. Malice is not a crime in itself, Jarl. Plus, he's stupid. Gosh, my lady, Nayamara Kadash speaks up. I propose a cadastral survey of all the counties you own. Improved knowledge of Abigail will certainly increase its prosperity. Okay. Very well, you may proceed. He'll start working on the survey right away. It'll take several months to be completed. I need to take my frustration out on somebody. Again, you're the one that started all this. So I'm going to take my frustrations out on you. Well, actually, hold on there. That's more tyranny. How about a simple challenge? Good. It's because he's brave. Brave and stupid. He's already punished enough, but now, come here. You and I are going to fight. Go get your... Hang on. I'm about to sneeze. Phew! That was a weak sneeze. Now, let's fight. For a few brief moments, Frode and I pace in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I heft my mother's sword ready to defend myself. I clutches his axe on my down. So I move till first blood that has eased my nerves. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. He surges forwards, forcing me back with a quick slash, while I bring a high heel kick up to my chest. I almost top. Ah! Spit a flying sword, and mechanically I launch myself into a red mist rips through my mind. Everything is rage. Blood at blissful catharsis. Harley cracks his neck and then starts raining blows against my guard. A marathon of powerful cleaves that almost break me with their relentless ferocity. My form is good with only small errors. His stance is passable. I've yet to open up my opponent's guard and I've seen no yet to claim victory. Let me show you how a professional fights. I've practiced these. I evade a strike from Frodi, stepping it to blow and bringing my sword up for a powerful cleave before darting to back out a safe distance. He adopts a defensive stance, doing his absolute best to ward me off. The man's eyes following my every movement. My form is excellent, little chance for mistake, and his stance passable. He's still holding out my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. Maggot! Think you could stand against me? Try to intimidate him a little. Or go for this. Strike parry. I leave in action, launching a flurry of quick slashes, driving myself hard into his guard, wearing him down with each exploit timed strike. His retorts carefully calculated, waiting for the precise right point to reply with several quick slashes of his axe. We are evenly matched, with victory bouncing on a knife edge. Sudden death. Choose wisely. I'll show you how I have the sword. Confidence is having any fight. I throw out fluently quick slash the water confidence of a seasoned expert. Does best to ward me off, but he's entirely on the defensive. And his guard's only getting weaker and sloppy with each blow. When the opportunity presents itself, I knock his axe flying with one powerful cleave. And just like that, the bout is decided. I get my yield, or even into my backswing. It's what you get! Aid arrives in Greenland. Oh, so, just as I predicted, he became a Viking adventurer. After I beat him up just to give him a lesson. Where's he going? He has decided to go to there. Although that is against Crusader. You're gonna get killed for this. These Khazars will rip you into two. Every year, men sail to Nordsøtur, a region along Greenland's west coastline far to the north of Greenland, so that's where warriors often get it. This is when most of Greenland's warriors are hunted, and that's the crucial source of Greenland's wealth. This year, I instructed my estate in Greenland to organize one such hunt in Nordsøtur. It will take some time for them to do so, but it should be done by summertime, when the hunt starts and the hunting parties depart from Greenland so much to the north. We'll hear it from them by the end of August. Celebrations come to an end, the evening's entertainment seem to be over. And Jacobus, he suggests a reading. Clerk soon arrives, wondering what the guests would like to hear. It's my chance to impress him. I think you would hear something entertaining. Alright, that's good. Conciliation phases in transition. It's transition to compromise, which is what's going on down in Iberia. No factions are targeting me. For all days off to an adventure, as he looks to at the bite of Hana. Bite of Hana, bite of Hana. Where have I heard that before? Bite, bite. Trying to remember the geography. Ah, so he's sailing through there now. He's gonna go up there. He's gonna take the river, and then he'll reach down to the Volga. Checks now. So yeah, he's actually going to go through there, pass through Karelian lands. Now, today is the day that the expedition I've organized will set off to Hilland. I've come to Harvard and Nidars to bid him farewell. This expedition is none other than my half-sister and shield maiden, Aslog, who I personally handpicked to be its leader. Hopefully my favorite abilities will be well placed. She assures that the crew is in good spirits and that they are ready for this great adventure. I can only hope that nothing goes wrong in this trip, and she and her crew will return with great success. Whether that is bountiful treasure, trade opportunities with the locals, new discoveries, or something else. Safe journeys, and when you return, I'll find you a bride, so you can get married. So, this expedition will last roughly 1 or 2 years, and during this we'll go through 3 episodes. These episodes can have positive, negative, or neutral outcomes that determines whether the expedition is considered a success or failure. Sometimes outcomes can be influenced by the expedition leader's skills. Once again, we picked her because I believe she's the best out of all of them within the court anyways. Safe journeys. Somebody. I think you were one of the loyalists that stuck with us during that war. Actually, no. You served under it. Because that was part of Yamtalam, which I currently hold. So therefore you are inadvertently worked with the enemy. So you will be imprisoned for adultery. Oh, you can actually revoke the title without being viewed as a tyrant. Well, that is his punishment, and he'll be expelled as well. But I think it would be more proper just to keep him in prison and replace it with a proper noble. He may not like me for various reasons, especially regarding tyranny, which I will try to make it up all of you in the coming years. Plus, it gives him more prestige that way. Anybody else? I was wondering why that's highlighted. That's not highlighted. It's completed. My honor, Dakari files brief for me and explains to a satisfied tone. My lady, you might remember that some months ago you invested a large sum of gold. I have personally supervised the matter. I can proudly say that the job is done. Gold well spent. Every held county's development progress ups 35. He gains prestige. I gain prestige. No. A messenger bird brings you a message from Aslog, an update on an expedition to Hilland. In a message, Aslog says they arrived in a small harbor and encountered a strange people led by a certain Pavirak. The two sides tried to communicate at first, but violence broke out, perhaps due to a misunderstanding, resulting in a few deaths on both sides. The strangers retreated for now, but Aslog fears they might return. Some of Aslog's crew argued that they needed to retreat as well, but others wanted revenge. or even tried to steal from and kidnap some of these foreigners. I wonder what Aslog did in my mind. I didn't know her personal weapon of choice is a spear. But knowing her, and this man here, an elderly. I wonder what she did, but knowing her, I think she fortified the area and waited for the warriors to return. So this is her martial challenge against him. So you should look at the two stats, compare and contrast. At times she would try to use diplomacy to make peace, but I'll probably just say ends with a neutral outcome. But hey, she fought through a civil war, and she would not stand for this. So there's a 26% chance that he defeats Aslog. 38% no battle happens. 31% that Aslog defeats him in battle and acquires much loot. 3% chance that Aslog defeats him in battle and even captures someone from his band. I continue reading the message. It turns out Aslog's prediction that the foreigners would return to attack was completely incorrect. She and her crew waited all day, several days actually, and no one came. Aslog admittedly relieved at the outcome, but wonders what happened with the foreigners. Were they cowardly and afraid of battle? Did they think Aslog and her crew were weak and not worth fighting? Were they returning to their kings or chiefs elsewhere to report on the situation? Or did someone else come up? Perhaps we'll never know. Perhaps we'll never know. Still, at any rate, Aslog was able to depart from that area peacefully. That's certainly not the worst outcome of this incident, so it ends with a neutral outcome over there, based on what we heard from those messages. Times that people change. Some of those who are close to us, some become strangers. Drodnik Þórunn, my sister and friend, Aslog smiles sadly. For you to murder. Feels there's no friendship left between us. One would think she sent me a message. You know, I get it. We're far away. I'll just say, but remember all the good times we have. Try to give it another chance. I have very little friends. I don't want to be viewed as a sycophant to some. I received a report of the family's estate in Greenland. Hunting trip we organized North Sitto was returned to the Walrus Ivory. Took you long enough, it's October. The big question is whether we made a reasonable return on investment in this endeavor. Anyways, based on the results of the hunt, the hunters we have hired to collect enough walrus tusks to sell for 96 gold. The various merchants and markets throughout the North Atlantic. Additionally, the report mentions something interesting occurred during the hunt, so you should be aware of it. What else happened? Give me the reason why it took so damn long for you to get it done. While engaging their tasks and locating hunting horses, my hunting party appears to encounter a group of strange foreigners who were also hunting there, led by a certain Kuptisimat. Or perhaps they live nearby, or perhaps also traveled from north to the faraway lands. These foreigners were either of hostile and threatening nature, or they misunderstood my hunter's intentions, as the two groups came to blows. But the battle was thankfully brief. My casualties were minimal before both sides retreated. It must have been harrowing to encounter hostile strangers in such a desolate land. Though my hunting party did lose some of their supplies, and a couple of my hunters died, I should be thankful that this unfortunate encounter did not escalate further. By one. Well, we don't see those hostile foreigners ever again. That's who that man was. You're getting awfully powerful. Willing to release some of these. But there, he died in the dungeons, as he deserves. Just watch your back, okay? He's terrified, so... As much as I would like to replace with another one, but there's no one better. And I'd rather take somebody who's terrified. So that means he's unlikely to join any murder plots against me. And if I were to get murdered... I think I know what to do once I become a strategist. The expedition. Strange whale meat. A messenger bird brings the message from Aslog with an update about her expedition to Hilluland. The report concerns an unfortunate, if amusing, incident, as if the ship sailed by a beach. The crew all noticed a curious sight. The carcass of an odd-shaped whale that clearly died from being beached. When they stopped to rest at that beach, some of the crew decided that this dead whale was clearly a gift from Odin. They immediately began to feast on it. Other members of the crew, however, were suspicious and refused to eat the meat. The next day, all the crew members who ate the meat then fell ill. Then they tossed what's left of the whale back in the sea and prayed to Odin. After this, their illness dissipated. Aslog presumes this is some kind of message from Odin. That's an odd incident if I ever heard one. So, we got one neutral, and we got one bad income. If we get another bad, then this may be a failure. Now or never. His reactions to my advance tell me everything to do. My time is going to put my plan in action. I think my chances are good. Yet I must remember that his Odin is always watching. His health is poor, but I just want you for your intelligence. You'll be mine. Rock the boat. A vassal offered me the use of the pleasure barge upon a river. I jumped at the opportunity as a perfect chance to get him alone, to profess my strong feelings for him. We spent the afternoon in conversation on the deck, and after a pleasant dinner, we hanged the colored lanterns around the barge and danced under the stars to imagined music. He tells me it's the best afternoon he's had in a long time. Thanks me, and almost unconsciously leads in for the kiss, which I gladly obliged. I could tell by the slight look of shock when he realized what he has done. Before the smile forms, another kiss comes, and before long, we are making love right there on the deck, lit by lanterns and underneath the stars. After we finish, Yakov lays in my arms, kissing my neck, thanking me for this wonderful time. I think I'll buy a boat. You gain 100 prestige for... Remember, you getting prestige for each successful seduction scheme. Now I'd like to love with you, but he may not like it, but I need him. Because that man won't give him to me. Well, maybe. Give it a try. He agrees. Okay, no need to elope, because that's what I originally feared. He is terrified of me. Excellent. That's good. That's good. Cancel that. Because about to get married. Oh, my sweetness. To think that I can embrace you openly now with the blessing of a friend and people around us. I am the happiest woman alive. Come here, husband of mine. You know, I just realized something. Well, one, he's maimed. But two, there's another. Something I don't think I ever noticed done before. Why have I not determined a personal deity this entire time? I never had one to begin with. Holy crud. Fred, lower the protector. God of peace, the harvest, and benign rule. That would be appropriate. And since you're having control issues, that reminds me. We need a seneschal for this. Glad to have you on board. Right. First child. Let us hope that he or she be both strong and have the smarts. That's what I want from you. Yeah, just assist me in general. It'll do. Oh, so it's diplomacy that helps you with this game discovery chance. Actually, keep it court politics. May have to go over diplomacy at some point. But I like to be a strategist. So that Swedish Civil War over there is finally over. Just to have an alliance. I mean, I want you married soon. Can't be matrilineal, obviously. Though pretty close. Because he's heir to one of the territories. Actually, no. I'll find you a right one. That's from way over there. And you're actually landed. Wouldn't mind. Because that's a daughter. And if they ever have a son, that means we spread our dynasty over there. Just a little bit. Excellent. He won a battle. Oberon Bush. Oberon Bush. But what the? Weren't you the ruler of all of... I mean, this is Kazakhstan. I mean, it used to be a big entity, but now it's broken up. Well, it looks like those who are defending this area here. Looks like Frodi is going to have a new home there. We do not have contact with him, so good. When he gets over there, he'll stay the hell away from me as far away from me as possible. Armada Cades excelled in our recent battles as buzzing exam. What an accomplishment, what a role model, what a man. With all the praise raining down, it's made clear that I'm expected to reward him in some manner. After all, you were one of the loyalists, I believe. Served under me during the Civil War. He'll be gifted gold for his golden achievements. You got it. Wonder what's happening over at the expedition. A messenger bird brings me a message from Oslo with an update on their expedition to Greenland. Oslo reports that while sailing the coastline, they encountered an area littered with significant amount of high-quality driftwood. Greenland is no stranger to driftwood, of course, as remains of trees from strange hard lands often get carried by the waves to its beaches. Such driftwood could be used to everything from firewood to shipbuilding. Anyways, Aslog said that it is uncommon to find so much driftwood of this quality. Thus she and her crew will spend some time gathering as much as they can to bring with them in their ships. Good find. Greenland always use more driftwood, so there's a good outcome. So I guess this was neutral. That's the outcome here. One neutral, one good, one bad. Test of strength. I am several cups of spiced wine in this meal. I would unfortunately be now quite merry. Unfortunately, the accursed presence of diagonally opposite me at the table blights my evening. All it takes is a mere hint of a slight from his mouth, or leaning across the surface and pointing fingers and shouting at top of our voice. You bamfut, you wench, he bellows. You can best a child in the test of strength. I could pin your arm to the wood right now with an effort expended. Haha, let's be having you then. I beat him with contemptuous ease. Don't you know I'm the world's strongest woman? Even when I'm pregnant, I could still beat you. Even with one eye, I could still beat you. So that's why they call me Þórunn Strongarm. Esther the Great, and now Þórunn Strongarm. As the days goes, my trepidation grows out of my belly. I was very sure more now. The child would be made itself known. The center must have been wrong. I could feel no spark of life within me. I'm pregnant no more. Ah, that's unfortunate. But you still got a good years ahead of it. We can give it another go. It's just really unfortunate. The ships we were sent on an expedition to Greenland has returned. I went to meet Asong and ask about the various adventures she had during the expedition. Not surprised there was much to tell. Fortunately, it appears that the expedition was ultimately a success. During the expedition, Asong managed to acquire a lot of useful resources, contacts, and information while exploring this frontier region. There is no doubt that the boons of this expedition will greatly help the Greenland colony. Perhaps we could send another expedition in the future. It would be a great opportunity to earn more glory for ourselves. Because the expedition had one good and one bad episode, it's considered a success. You gained 64 gold. Its resilience, however, decreases. But it's activated sent successful to the headline catalyst. Gained 200 prestige. Aslog is an explorer, just like I was. Just add more fame and glory to you. Now it's time for you to marry. I don't know about this. He lost his title. And now he's here. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because you thought you were marrying this one. Good job, you idiot. Anybody else? With good inheritable traits? Actually. Bingo, we got a winner. More so, but it'll take some time. A scholar of Polish origin. Now he's too far away. And there is a very good chance, because he has occupied one territory now. So he's expelled from Norway, and he's going to carve out his own land. Out there. But again, too far away for me to care about distance-wise. And where's he? Unlanded, but location unknown. Nobody has seen or heard from him. Well, we know he's out there, but the question is, yeah, we do have contacts, it's just he's not going to come in. Oh, wait a minute. No. He actually went with his brother. They went there together. Named a mace after the mother. So they left together. Serves as a story, which is Chancellor. So that's what that is. It's not location unknown. He went with them. And when they do conquer that faraway land that is inhabited by a mix of Meres and Maris, which are both Volga-Finnic peoples. So a little bit on this. So this is where they're going to be settling. No contact, so we won't be hearing from my brothers ever again. Though, we could still vote for any of them. I'm blessed to have such grateful servants. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was stretching. Okay. Finn Marco's getting strength. In a defensive wall. Tell you what. Because I was about to say, we should consider an alliance with those people. They're quite useful. But I got no one to marry off. Not even one of my cousins. I never intend to conquer Sami lands like what those Swedes have been doing down there. Because I kind of view them as potential useful allies. And also their land's not worth raiding because they're tribal. Speaking of raid, we should start raiding England again. It's been a while since we've been beating each other up so damn much. %. He's won a few battles. They did successfully occupy one of its territories. Reset the perk. Try it again. And since we've mentioned raiding, maybe I should... Gee, I don't know. I like the naval speed idea. To get from one place to the other much faster. Let's put 3 more perks. And then I'm gonna switch over to diplomacy to start befriending people as a way of, you know, forgiveness in the post-Civil War years, and then get the other 2, especially with negotiating an alliance, particularly with the Sami, is what I have in mind. And then start, you know, looking for hooks. Start looking for secrets to blackmail them and get hooks off them so I can force the vote to choose whoever I would want, which I have no, you know, I got none except maybe for Aslog. Only because she's the most qualified skill-wise. She killed 2 people during the Civil War years. At peace for too long. Yes, we'll go raiding soon. It's just I'd rather have full strength. Damn it, they looted that. I arrived back at my strong after a long, lonely walk. Another year passed, another year older. I was born this day 34 years ago. The older I get, the more I cherish the relationship I cultivated over the years. So it saddens me I have not heard from my husband or any of my friends today. I trudge along to my chambers, loneliness impeding my lazy feet, and I hear a clang of hushed whispers from down the hallway. Who could that be at this hour? What a surprise! All my nearest and dearest friends have come together to wish me well as I begin the next year of life. There's even an entire table laden with saffron cakes, my favorite. Here I was thinking that everybody had forgotten about me. I cannot believe that the alchemist went to all the trouble of arranging this in secret. I had not a clue of such thoughtful supplies was being planned at all. My friend then approaches me, starting to carry 3 beautifully wrapped packages. Ever the trickster. She says, I got 3 gifts here for the choosing. 1 shall be yours, but which shall it be? In my personal artifacts, I would like to have another trinket or whatever, so I'll take the smallest gift. Good things come in small packages. Serpentine Buddha. A tiny sort of plump, laughing, bald man. That's for kids! That's for children! Oh, wait a minute. This is the wrong one. It's down here. Sorry, it's the icons that look similar. This thing is a miniature sculpture of my mother. You know what? Keep that repaired for future reference. I mentioned the Sami as being potential useful allies. Let's try to learn that language. Oh, sorry, what were you saying? This is a tyranny war. Well, I was thinking about going raiding, and those people were kind of tired of being at peace for long, so yeah, why not? I will help you out on this issue that you have with that vassal of yours who's a bit unruly. We'll intervene on this matter right away. just gonna have to set sail, go straight over it, and that's it for him. That's all we have to do. Just something to protect the investment. Hey, I got faster naval speed. So we'll be there in 59 days. Instead of 3 months or so. Autocaduta is no longer my player heir. No heir developed in my dynasty. You're voting for this man. So no playable titles or dynasty members will inherit upon passing. It means the game over if you die. So he has agreed to leave that realm. Or people are just simply switching their votes because they have no idea what they're doing to themselves. Because that's my cousin, but he's of the wrong dynasty. And he has no children himself. So why are you voting for him? Actually, go right on him. We'll take the amphibious landing. And we'll go after his house. A what? Cumbrian. Another call to war. A clash. Yeah, we'll remain here too for a while. Oh, this is well fortified. Hey, you still here? Good. Actually, that's about to end soon. My sister and friend Asog's given birth to a son. Oh, bad luck. Despite everything. Stabion. Enemy ally joins the war. Ivar the Second. Oh, I see. Look out, enemies. I'll take care of it. Make it pay. Keep going. Won one of its wars. Now we're gonna finish this one by taking this over. What have you done? Enemy war leader captured. get the gold out of them, but the war's already won. So I step out of my tent, the siege camp sprawls out before me. A maze of canvas, half-constructed wooden frames of rope blanket and laid toes, pennants snap at the wind in places, held by crooked tree limbs. Figures hunch over the campfires, tossing on wood or brushing sheepskins clean. I lower 10 approaches and informs that the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards and head to the edge of the camp. The Herald of Dundee stands before me, a canyon of shattered walls, the fields in between the dead and dying one, and there's scores of black slattered corpses, unburied bodies heaped in a gruesome mass grave. Row upon row of arrow-pierced shield marks that mark the Allied takes ramparts. Grieving widows wail among the scattered stones, the remains of their homes. Allow limited looting here. Let's go. Thank you. Helping hand from Gastra. Quartered in their fortress in Gastra, the Jomsvi kings are a warrior order devoted to protecting the old ways and in faith against change, dishonor, and foreign faiths. In my piety and virtue, Rodnik Torfi sent me the choice of 2 retainers. Arngrimr, who is quicker than lightning, or Þórunn, who would have been the next one, as well as his comments around devotion. One shall stay and the other shall return to the Jomsvi kings. I'll have him. What an opposing warrior Þórunn is. At least you're intimidated of me. Now, why on earth would you want to vote for a man who is not of the correct dynasty? Glory of great prowess is one of the reasons. Great prowess, you say? He's killed many men in battle. And he lives in my court. I could tell him to get out, but it ain't gonna do much. Murdering my kin may be ideal. He's almost accomplished his goal. So where is he now? Is he besieging that area, or is he just holding his ground? Because, you know, he's going to have those 2. That's his plan. He's won many battles. He hasn't lost one. Well, actually, let me check that. Yeah, he's won all the battles that he fought. It's just he needs to occupy more, but he hasn't done it yet. What's keeping him? Like, is he over there, or did he go after an ally of theirs? Oh, well, they were having a siege, but I guess they're probably fighting a battle right now. Oh, so they probably... Oh, he just won. They captured the leader. There was a battle. They tried to retake that of Obranus, and then he's won. Now on this side of the world, he's achieved his goal. keep watching. There it is. Nizhny Novgorod. He's now its king. A man who is a legitimized bastard, a Varangian, a fornicator, and now an adventurer. One's nephew is of Greek origin, but raised as a Norse, proper Norse. And this is his niece, which he got that from, or who was later executed, King of Iceland. Of course, now he lives over there to be with his brother, which I guess they're a bit closer together than I originally imagined. So now these two Varangian sons now live in Nizhny Novgorod, which obviously the land's got a large minority of Khuzaris, but its majority are of the Conosko faith and of the Maori culture. So now they live in a strange foreign land where we have no contacts with them. But the succession there is still in play. Which could mean I could vote for him if I want to, but we've had enough of that man. He rebelled. It would be insanity to try to bring him back to Norway while we have a land so far away from here that we have no contact with. So all I could say about him is best wishes to you. And I guess he'll be a seducer in later life of his, if he's gonna have a dynasty to run to there. But hey, at least he's spreading the dynasty around, a little benefit. And I don't mind if he makes a cadet branch if he wishes to. And with that, we're actually going to end the episode on that note, because in the next episode, we will return to our favorite pastime, raiding, and also give that voting power, and hopefully Aslog should be the next heir while, we're trying to figure out this whole succession ordeal, or otherwise, this part of the series of Norway would be at its end. But my health is still good. I still got a future. Maybe perhaps I should romance him. And when you're... Never mind. But anyways, we'll learn the Sami language and all that and more in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.